Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Ashokaran Jadwa. Today, we are going to discuss next topic of this chapter number second, that is measurement of kinetic energy. In the last lecture, we have seen basically some introduction about the kinetic energy, and we have seen that if some object carries some velocity, if some object has some velocity, then we can say it has a kinetic energy. So if you consider that you are having some object which has some mass m, and if it moves with some velocity v, then using this formula 1 half mv square, we can determine its kinetic energy. So the energy possessed due to the motion of the body is known as a kinetic energy. Now we are going to discuss measurement of kinetic energy. We are having two different methods to determine the measurement of kinetic energy. First is we are going to consider a amount of work done by the moving body against the external force before it come to the rest. So this is the first way of calculating kinetic energy. So to determine kinetic energy, we can also use the second method by calculating the amount of work done required to set the body into motion with velocity v from its state to the state of rest, basically. So we are having two different situations. In the first situation, we can say that if your body is moving, then amount of work done required to stop that body. Using that method also we can determine this kinetic energy. Or another method, that if you are having some body which is at the rest position, and now if you apply some force on it to set in a motion with a velocity v, then also we can determine it's a kinetic energy. So we are having these two different ways of calculating this kinetic energy. Now we are going to discuss one of the way, that is the setting this object in a some velocity. So consider a body of mass m, and it is initially at the rest position. So what we are going to consider? We will consider we are having a body with mass m, and initially it is at the rest position. This means that its initial velocity will be 0. So we can consider that this is the one axis, x axis, and over this axis we are having some body with mass m, and we have considered that this body is at distance x1 from origin. Now we know this initial position, initial state of the object. Now we are going to consider that we have applied some force on that body. If I applied some force on the this mass m in some, let us say, in the specific direction, this direction, F applied is there. If I apply this force on this body, and if this body displaced with some distance, and that distance is let us consider s. So now I am going to show you this next step by some just different way. So we will consider this distance is s. So we can say this final state of the body is at the x2 position. So x2 minus x1 will be s. So this is just a given initial information about the body. Now if I just look at this experiment, in this experiment what we can say, that we have set this body mass m in a motion by applying some force on it, and that body displays distance s, and it changes its position from some initial position to final position. Now we are having this thing. Now we can also consider work done during this motion by the applied force on the mass m. So we can determine that work done. In the last lecture itself, we have discussed a formula to determine work done, and that formula gives us W is equals to F dot S. So here we are having F, we are having S, both are in the same direction. So the angle in between force and displacement will be 0. बराबर है क्या? Angle between force and displacement 0 आहे, बरोबर आहे का हे? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here we are having this situation. Now using this situation, I can determine a work done acting on the mass M by the applied force. So work done by applied force on object with mass M will be, and how will the work done? W will be F bar dotted with S bar, which is equals to Fs cos of theta. We have seen this in the last lecture. Now if I just look at the value of theta, and as I told you in the just last diagram, that the angle in between force and displacement is 0, this means that cos of 0 is 1, as theta is 0. Now if we know cos of 0 is 1, and if I substitute in the formula of work done, then I will write down W is equals to Fs only. Now if you just look at this initial situation and you try to determine a value of force, we know what is the actually formula for the force. So as I know, so W can write down as W is equals to MAS, as F bar is given as MA bar. In the precise case, we have neglected the arrows because all the forces, force, acceleration and displacement both are in the same direction. So we have just neglected the signs of these vector signs of these quantities. So we got MAS as a equation for work done. In the last lecture, I have given you an assignment to find out or to write down the equation under constant acceleration. And we know one of the equation as V square is equals to U square plus 2 times AS. So in this case, we have this equation W is equals to MAS, and equation under constant acceleration will be V square is equals to U square plus 2 times AS, and as I discussed that U is initial velocity and this U is 0, so we can write down V square is equals to 2AS as initial velocity is 0. So I can substitute a value of acceleration from this equation and I can write down A as A is equals to V square by twice S, and I can substitute value of acceleration in the equation of work done. Then I will get W is equals to MAS is equals to M into value of A is V square by twice S multiplied with S value. So S's get cancelled and remain with W is equals to 1 half MV square. So this is just a recap what we have seen in the last lecture. So we know that this can be write down here, and we have observed that work done can be write down as a 1 half MV square. So this work done is basically required to set the body in the motion with velocity v. So we can say that this W is nothing but the kinetic energy. So we can write down W is equals to 1 half mv square, E is equals to kinetic energy. So we have determined a first way to find out equation for a kinetic energy. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
In the last lecture, actually, we have already discussed this. Now we are going to discuss a second method to determine kinetic energy using calculus method. All of you know calculus is a method in which we can use integration derivative to determine. It's a basically here we are going to use those integration and differentiation to find out equation for the kinetic energy. So what we are going to consider here? We will consider we are having some body with initial velocity u is equal to 0, that is it is at the rest position, and let us consider we have applied some force on the body. So what we are going to consider? We are going to consider we are having one body. So this is one body which has some mass m. This body is at a position A with initial velocity equals to 0. This means that we know that this body is at the rest position initially. We can apply some force on this body. If I apply some force on the body and this body is displaced by a very small distance, so that displacement, let us consider this body is just shift its position from this A part to the B part, B point, A point to B point, and this distance between A and B is very small, and that very small distance is ds. Did you get it what we have discussed here? कळालं का मी काय म्हणालो होते? Yes or no? इनिशियली आपल्याकडे m नावाची किंवा m मास असणारी सिस्टम होती जी इनिशियली रेस्ट पोझिशनला होती. We have applied some force on it, and because of the applied force, if we consider that body is displaced by very small distance, so that small displacement is written down as a ds, and this direction of force and displacement both are in the same direction. So again we can say angle between displacement and your force is 0. So work done can be written down as dw is equals to f dot ds. So in the precise case when there is a very small displacement ds, at that time a very small work done will taken place, and that work done is dw. So dw will be the work done when if applied force is acting on the body with mass m and body displaced by very small distance ds in the direction of force. Did you get it what we have said here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we have observed that here we are having very small work done when some force is applied on the body with mass m, and if that body is displaced by very small distance ds, then there would be the work done dw will take place. So using the formula of the work done, we know formula of the work done is w is equals to f dot ds. So in the precise case, as we have seen that our work done is very small, so work done is dw. So we can write down this formula as f bar dotted with ds bar. So we can determine its dot product as f ds cos of theta. Cos of theta equals to 1 as theta is 0. So we can write down directly small work done will be f ds. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have got equation for dw as f ds, and using Newton's second law, we can write down f is equal to mass into acceleration. I can substitute that equation here. So we can write down this f as m a ds. Did you get it?
Sir.
Okay. Now let us look at the definition of acceleration. So we know acceleration is given as a is equals to dv by dt So we know this. So I can substitute this value of acceleration in the equation of work done. So what I will get here? I can substitute this value here and I will get dW is equals to m as it is. At the place of acceleration, I can substitute dv by dt, and ds is as it is. I can change this dv and ds just by changing the positions. So I can write down this equation as m ds by dt into dv. I have not changed anything. I have just changed a position of dv and ds. This won't change anything in the equation. Equation will remain same as it is. But dv and ds फक्त त्यांच्या जागा चेंज केली. I have taken ds here and dv here. So equation will look like dw is equals to m ds by dt into dv. And if I look at the value or if I look at the definition of velocity, then velocity can be written as v is equals to ds by dt. So using this definition, I can write down dw is equals to m as it is. At the place of ds by dt, I can write down v, and I will have a dv here. So what we have observed, that we are having dw is equals to mv dv. हे कळालं का? ह्या स्टेप्स कळाल्या सर्वांना? ह्या स्टेप्स कळाल्या का सर्वांना जे आतापर्यंत केलं ते?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we already know that if you are having some small value and if you wanted to determine its overall value, then we have to integrate it. So in the precise case, we have said that we are having some body and that body, there is some applied force on it and that body is displaced by very small distance ds. So we can determine its work done, small work done dw. If I wanted to know a total work done by the applied force when the body is moved from some velocity 0 to some velocity v, to determine that we can integrate the equation, we have to integrate the equation, and we can write down total work done equals to W is equals to integration dW is equals to integration mv dv. Did you get it what we have written down here? कळालं का मी काय म्हणाले ते किंवा ह्या स्टेप्स काय दिले ते कळालं का?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So now we can integrate this equation. Before integrating this equation, we want total work done when velocity of body changes from 0 to some specific velocity v. So we are interested in a total work done during change in the velocity from 0 velocity to some specific velocity v. So we can determine its upper limit and lower limit of the integration. So upper limit is a v and lower limit is a 0. So as our system is moves from rest position to the some final position, so we can write that it is equals to mv dv. Integration from 0 to v, mv dv. We can take this m as a constant of integral. So we will have m as m outside of integral, and we will have 0 to v, integration 0 to v dv. Now can anyone tell me what is the integration of this term? Integration from 0 to v dv.
V square upon 2.
V square upon 2. Yes, good. So this will be W is equals to M as it is, and here we will have V square by 2, where limits are 0 to V. We have to substitute limits. If I substitute limits, upper limit minus lower limit in the answer of this integration, then I will get it is equals to M. At the place of upper limit, we can place V square by 2 minus, and then we have to place lower limit as 0 square by 2. So effectively, we can write down total work done when velocity change from 0 to some specific velocity v, then it is equals to W is equals to M V square by 2. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
So we can say this work done is equals to the kinetic energy of the body when some force is applied on the body, and when you apply the body, when you apply some force on the body, then this body is set in some velocity v. So this is one equation for the kinetic energy. So we can write down it is equals to kinetic energy. Did you get it? कळालं सर्वांना?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us look at the recap what we have seen here. Over the screen you will realize that what we have written down there, what we have discussed here. So we have considered that we are having some body which is at the initially it is at the rest position, then some force is applied on the body, and because of that applied force, if you consider that body is displaced by very small distance, so that small distance will be displacement will be ds. So we can write down very small work done during that small displacement is a dw. So dw is equals to f dot ds. So f ds cos of theta, which is equals to f ds cos of 0, as this theta is 0 here. So we can write down dw is equals to f ds. We can substitute value of force as ma. So we can write down dw is equals to ma ds. According to the definition of acceleration, we can write down a is equals to dv by dt in the equation of this small work done. So we can write down dw is equals to m dv by dt into ds. We have just shifted the positions of dv and ds. So we can write down m ds by dt multiplied with dv. So ds by dt is nothing but the velocity, and which can be written as ds by dt is equals to v. So we can write down this dw small work done equals to mass into velocity into dv. So this is the equation for dw. To determine total work done, when your body is set in some velocity v from its initial position, that is a rest position. To determine this, we have to integrate the equation. So if I integrate dw, then we will get integration of dw is w, and integration of mv dv from 0 to v will be mv square by 2, 0 to v. And if I substitute upper limit and lower limit in this equation, then we can write down w is equals to mv square by 2, and this is a work done. This is a work done which is equals to the kinetic energy of the body when some force F is applied on the body, and when you apply the force, then the body is set in some velocity v. So did you get it what we have discussed here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So today our next topic is work energy theorem. So we are going to discuss another theorem of this chapter, that is a work energy theorem, and it states that work done by the force acting on the body is equals to the change in the kinetic energy of the body. लक्षात ठेवा काय theorem ची स्टेटमेंट आहे पहा, work done by the force acting on the body is equals to the change in the kinetic energy of the body. कळलं का? स्टेटमेंट काय पहा, एखाद्या बॉडीवर जर वर्क डन होतोय बिकॉज ऑफ सम अप्लाइड फोर्स, देन दॅट वर्क डन इज इक्वल्स टू द चेंज इन द कायनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ द बॉडी. म्हणजे समजा तुमचा काहीतरी इनिशियल व्हेलॉसिटी v असेल, समजा इनिशियल व्हेलॉसिटी u आहे, फायनल व्हेलॉसिटी v आहे, आणि ही जी इनिशियल आणि फायनल आहे हे कधी येतंय, जेव्हा यू अप्लाइड सम फोर्स ऑन इट. सो ड्युरिंग दॅट टाइम आय कॅन डिटरमाइन वर्क डन ॲज change in the kinetic energy of the body from initial state to the final state. Okay, कळलं का स्टेटमेंट काय आहे ते? स्टेटमेंट कळलं का सर्वांना?
Yes, sir.
सर्वांना कळलं का स्टेटमेंट काय आहे आपल्या वर्क एनर्जी थिअरमची?
हो सर.
Okay, now we can prove this statement and we can prove this work energy theorem. So let us consider a proof of this work energy theorem. So we are going to discuss work energy theorem. And this theorem suggests us that work done equals to change in the kinetic energy. This means kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. So this is your statement for the work energy theorem, that work done by the applied force is equals to the change in the kinetic energy of the object. Change in the kinetic energy of the object. लक्षात ठेवा, काय सांगते स्टेटमेंट? वर्क डन इज इक्वल्स टू, हे वर्क डन कोणतं आहे? वर्क डन बाय द अप्लाइड फोर्स. वर्क डन बाय applied force. Work done by applied force is equals to the change in the kinetic energy of the system, change in the kinetic energy of the body. So let us consider its proof. To prove this, what we need to consider, we are having some object. We are having some object with mass m. We are having some mass m, and on this mass m we have applied some force. If applied, if I consider some object which is initially having some velocity, so the initial velocity of this mass m is u. So we are going to consider that we are having some initial velocity for the mass m, and now I have applied some force on the body. When I apply some force on the body, then we can say that there is very small displacement taking place, and that displacement is ds. So small displacement due to the application of this force is ds. So what we have said, that we are having initial velocity, initial mass of the system, initial mass or the mass of the object is m, initial velocity is u, and I have applied some force on that object. Then I have observed that there is a very small displacement, and that small displacement is a ds. This ds is in the direction of force. So as the displacement is in the direction of force, I can say that the angle in between displacement, ds and force F is 0. So I can write down small work done equals to F bar dotted with ds bar is equals to F ds cos of theta or cos of 0 is equals to F ds. Did you get it what we have written down here? कळालं का काय म्हणतोय मी ते?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now using this just same methods what we have applied or what we have discussed in the last just 2 to 3 minutes ago, we are going to apply same method here. So what we need to write down or we need to use here Newton's second law of motion, and we can write down this definition of force as F bar is equals to ma bar, and if I apply this F in the direction in the equation of dw, then I can write down dw is equals to, at the place of F we are going to write down ma, and ds will be there. I will neglect the arrow signs of the vectors as all the things are in the same direction. Displacement, initial velocity, then your force, everything is in the same direction. So we can neglect this arrow sign. So we can write down dw is equals to ma ds. Using the definition of the acceleration, I can write down definition of acceleration. Use a is equals to dv by dt. So I can write down dw is equals to m, a is dv by dt and ds is there. I am going to change the position of ds and dv. So I can write down it is equals to m ds by dt into dv as velocity definition of velocity is v is equals to ds by dt. I can substitute this velocity term in the equation of dw, so I can write down dw is equals to m v dv. So this is very small work and taken place during the application of force on the object. So this is the equation for very small work done. Now if I consider, and I have already discussed that the initial velocity of the object, is u, and if I consider that the application, due to the application of applied force on the mass m, if there is a change in the velocity of the object and that final velocity will be v bar, then I can determine work done. Due to the application of force when there is a change in the velocity from u to v. Did you get it what I have shared here? कळालं का मी काय म्हणालो होते?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So here we are going to discuss that initial velocity is u, final velocity is v. So I can determine total work done. So the total work done by applied force when velocity of the system, velocity of the object, when velocity of object change from u to v. If I consider this type of change due to the application of force, then I can write down this total work done W is equals to integration of dW. Integration of dW. Look at it. dW is very small work done. So during this initial position to final position, we can have total work done, and that total work done is equals to what? Integration from initial velocity u to final velocity v. Our equation of work done was dW is equals to m, capital M, v dv. So we are having this equation. Now we can find out this integral. For that, we will take n outside of this integration, and we will have integration u to v dv. So integration of v dv is v square by 2. So we'll get m v square by 2, and our lower limits and upper limits are here, u v. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to substitute upper limit and lower limit. So if I substitute upper limit and lower limit in this equation of integral, then I will get W is equals to M as it is, and our upper limit is V, so it will be V square by 2 minus lower limit is U, so it's a U square by 2. And if I just multiply this m inside, then I will get m v square by 2 minus m u square by 2. So if I look at this equation, then what I got? I found out here, I found that this is your one kinetic energy, and this is also kinetic energy. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And as we have said, this v is a final velocity. So the velocity corresponding to this term is final velocity. So kinetic energy will be final kinetic energy. Final kinetic energy minus u is our initial velocity. So this term is initial kinetic energy. So what we have observed, this equation tells us that this is a mathematical equation, and it tells us that your work done is equals to the change in the kinetic energy. So we can write down W is equals to kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
So this is a mathematical relation in between energy and work, and this mathematical relation is known as a work energy theorem. W is equals to final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the today's lecture, basically we have discussed some of the basically two methods of determining kinetic energy. We have discussed one of the methods in the last lecture. We have just take a small recap of that. Then we have discussed this second method of determining kinetic energy by using method of calculus. And in the today's lecture, we have seen work energy theorem, and it tells us that total work done is equals to change in the kinetic energy of the body due to the applied force. So this thing we have discussed in the today's lecture. Do you have any doubt regarding today's lecture?
No, sir.
Okay, good. In the next lecture, we will discuss some of the numerical problems on the basis of this theory what we have discussed here. Okay. So here we will stop today. We are going to stop here. Do you have any doubt regarding today's lecture? Any doubt?
No, sir.